Mommy,
Hey.
can I have a snack, please?
Sure. Here you go.
Okay.
Did you forget to say something?
Thank you.
Wow, boys and girls, haven't we all been guilty of what we just saw in that scenario? Oh, wait, welcome. It's November 15th, Kids Worship. We're glad that you're joining us here online. But seriously, haven't we all been guilty of what we just saw in that scenario? We go in, we ask someone to help us, and then we forget to do something really important. We forget to shout out. We forget to let others know that we've seen them. That's right. This month, if you remember, we're learning about gratitude. And gratitude is letting others know you see how they've helped you. And sometimes we can easily forget, especially when we think other people are supposed to help us, or they help us a lot, like a mom, a dad, a brother or sister, a grandma or grandpa, maybe a teacher even. Today we're going to look at a story from Luke chapter 17 where we're going to see 10 people come to Jesus who have a skin disease which is called leprosy. And they kind of stand off at afar, but they call to Jesus and they say, Jesus, can you help us be better? And Jesus basically says, hey, go to the church, go to the priest and show yourself as cleansed. And as they go on their way, we're going to see all 10 of them are healed of their skin disease. But there's a problem. Most of them, and when I say most, 9 of these people forget to say thank you. They forget to say thank you. They were sick. And they forgot to tell Jesus, thank you. But one of them did. A Samaritan turned back and went to Jesus so that he could show his gratitude to Jesus for all that he had done. Let's check out our story for today and see what happens.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. And now for an amazing story, inspired by the book of Luke. Chapter 17, verses 11 through 19.
Outside the village on the border between Samaria and Galilee lived 10 lepers. We didn't know their name or their stories, but we did know at least one of them was a Samaritan, a group that Jewish people distrusted. Call that man Zach.
Hi there. Sorry, not allowed to shake your hand.
Leprosy was a painful skin disease, and there was no doctors or medicines to treat it. But even worse than the sores were the loneliness. Lepers weren't allowed to be around anyone who were healthy, not even their own families. They had to keep more than a social distance. So if Zach had a wife or kids, probably hadn't seen them in years.
My little boys. All grown up by now, I bet.
The 10 lepers' lives seemed hopeless. All they can do was stand back and yell at anybody who passed by.
Stay away! Don't come close.
But we do need food. If you could just leave some under that willow tree by the creek, we'd be grateful.
Then, one day, news reached the lepers of travelers approaching along the border road.
Big crowd. I hear it's that Jesus fella.
The teacher? They say he makes sick people well.
You're a Samaritan. Why would he care about you?
Hey, what have I got to lose?
Zach hobbled toward the road, walking stick in hand. The other lepers straggled after him. They could see a crowd now, traveling along the road.
People won't like us standing so close.
I'm not throwing away my shot.
Zach can see faces now. The crowd grouped around the man in the middle. The man had a strong face and kind eyes.
Jesus! Master! Have pity on us!
To the leper's surprise, Jesus stopped right in the middle of the road.
Jesus!
Master Jesus!
Over here!
Please!
us! Please have pity on us!
The crowd around Jesus backed away, whispering. Jesus stood firm as Zach and the lepers dared to limp closer.
Jesus! Master!
Have pity on us!
As the lepers neared, Jesus took a long, clear look. Everyone went silent. Zach could hardly breathe. Then Jesus smiled.
Go. Show yourselves to the priests.
Zach gasped. The only way a leper could approach a priest was if that he confirmed that he had been healed. But as Zach glanced down, his heart sank. His knees and his feet were still shriveled and splotchy. His knees still ached.
Oh.
Jesus moved on, and the crowd followed. The lepers stared at each other.
Well, that happened.
I don't get it.
Well, we should go to the priests, like he told us.
I guess it can't hurt.
Any more than it already does.
Limping, the lepers headed out across the field towards the town. They hesitated as they reached the creek.
We'll have to wade across.
Painfully, the man clambered down the bank. Zach's stick got caught in the twisted root of a willow tree. The stick went flying, and he tumbled to the ground.
Ouch!
Instinctively, he jumped to his feet.
How'd you do that?
Do what?
Just jump up.
Zach glanced down again. This time, his feet and his legs were strong and whole, skin clear and healthy.
Look! My skin! It's clean!
The other man glanced down at their own arms and legs and bodies.
I'm all better! Woohoo!
The lepers laughed and danced till they cried, amazed at what Jesus had done.
Gotta get to the priest!
Race you!
The lepers splashed across the creek, hurtling towards the town. Zach stopped at the water's edge, and the others ran ahead.
I'll get to see my boys again.
But even as Zach imagined the joy that would come, a face flashed in his head.
Jesus. He's healed me. He's the one who's made me whole.
Turning back, Zach hurried toward the road. He ran fast, catching up to Jesus and the crowd as they reached the village.
Jesus? Jesus!
The crowd parted quickly as Zach headed straight for Jesus.
Praise God, I'm well.
Zach threw himself down on the dusty road at Jesus' feet.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you.
Zach lifted his head. Dust mixed with tears of joy. Jesus smiled, but his eyes searched the road behind him.
Weren't all 10 healed? Where are the other 9?
As Zach shook his head, Jesus turned to the crowd.
Didn't anyone else return to give praise to God except this outsider?
Everyone was silent. It was clear that Zach was the only one. Jesus smiled down at him.
Get up and go. Your faith has healed you.
Zach leapt to his feet as he hurried to see the priest. He had delayed his chance to see his family by a short time, but it was worth it to see the man who had given him back his life.
Hey boys and girls, I sure do hope you enjoyed our story from this week. Really cool story about Jesus and these 10 lepers. We have a really simple bottom line this week, and I want you to say it with me, and we're going to say it a couple times even though it's really simple. Are you ready? Here's our bottom line. Say thank you. Can you say that with me? Say thank you. One more time. Say thank you. Why would I repeat this over and over and over again? I usually do our bottom line twice. Why 3 times? Here's why. This is something that's really easy to forget. And maybe even easier to forget because it is so simple. It's something that, we really struggle sometimes to put into practice. A person shows us love or kindness and gives us help. And then we forget to do the simplest thing for them, to say thank you. We see that in the story, and I hope, boys and girls, that you were encouraged by what you saw in the story, that 9 out of 10 people who are miraculously healed by Jesus didn't come back to tell him thank you. How many things does God do for us that we forget to say thank you? How many things do people do in our lives that we forget to say thank you? I bet it's a lot. I know it's a lot for me, and I bet it's a whole lot for you. As you can see, while our bottom line is simple, it's really easy to forget. I want you to understand the importance of remembering to say thank you when other people offer help, kindness, and love. So what's our bottom line again? Say thank you. We are so excited that you guys have been with us today. Before we say goodbye, I want to practice our memory verse a couple of times together. Are you boys and girls ready? Do you remember where it comes from? It's Psalm 136, verse 1. Where? Psalm 136, verse 1. Give thanks to the Lord because he is good. His faithful love continues forever. Can you say that with me? Psalm 136, verse 1. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His faithful love continues forever. Wow. Simple bottom line today. Say thank you. Who are you going to say thank you to today, this week? How are you going to remember that? What might God do for you or me that we need to remember to tell him thank you for also? Thank you guys so much for being here. Don't forget, we're still doing our devotions Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. You can catch that on our Children's Ministry Facebook page or our YouTube page, The Heights Kids. A great place to connect with us, catch our videos. We also have many of our staff this month that are sharing some videos about what they're thankful for. I want you to check those out. It's really cool to see what some people who work around our church have to say about being thankful in this year, the year of COVID, but God's still faithful and good in his love. And don't forget, if you are connecting with us virtually, we have a virtual life group for kindergartners through 5th graders. You can shoot me an email, and I will be happy to get you guys connected. Moms, dads, kids, get you connected with our leaders so that you can get those links to the Zoom meetings that they're holding. Those are on Sunday afternoons. That's every week, and we would love to be able to connect with you a little bit more since we are still virtual. We love you guys. We miss you guys. We're thankful for you guys. And we look forward to seeing you next week here for Kids Worship. Have a great week.
Every time I'm feeling down, you pick me up. Sing, oh, oh, oh. And when my heart is feeling emptied out, you fill my cup. Sing it out now. Oh, oh, oh. I just wanna say thank you for the way you love me. I wanna say thank you for the way you love me. I just wanna say thank you for the way you love me. I wanna say thank you, just wanna say thank you. Yeah! T-H-A-N-K-Y-O, you thank you. Thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O, you thank you. Here we go, verse 2. I'm grateful for the way you've been a friend to me. Sing, oh, oh. And even in the deepest, darkest night, you help me see. Sing it out now. Oh, oh. I just wanna say thank you for the way you love me. I wanna say thank you for the way you love me. I just wanna say thank you for the way you love me. I wanna say thank you, just wanna say thank you. for the way you love me. I just wanna say thank you for the way you love me. I wanna say thank you, just wanna say thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. For the joy that you give to me, for the way that you made me free, for my friends and my family, I just wanna say, for loving me from the start, for every beat, beat, beat of my heart, for everything you are. I just wanna say,